Women Painters West general meeting, February 12th, 2026. And today we have Alaïa Parhizi. Parhizi, have I said that correctly? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Talk to us. I will hand it over to Annie to give a little bit more of an introduction to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Alaïa, for being with us.
Yes, thank you.
Alaïa was born in Switzerland, yes. And so I have known him for a little while. And so I discovered, reading his biography, that he was also, I have known him as a visual artist. And now I know he's also a musician, an actor, and also he has created an artistic genre, imperfectionism. And I think he will be, and also I want to let you know that at the gallery he's running, there will be an opening reception tomorrow at Wonzimer.
Yes.
At 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And so if you are available, it's always wonderful to see the receptions and the shows. So now I think you are better than myself to talk about yourself.
Okay. And I have a little presentation also, so I'm gonna start sharing my screen, I think. Let me know if everyone can see it.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I was born in Zurich, Switzerland, but like Annie said, I do run a gallery here for the last 8 years with my business partner Aidan Nelson in Los Angeles. So, and I've been living in Los Angeles for maybe 13 years now, doing my artistic career here, really. I also wanted to let you all know if you have any questions along the presentation, please you can ask me anytime, so you don't have to wait till the end. So yeah, the opening will be tomorrow. Would love to have you all. It'll be 5 to 10. It'll be a group exhibition with figurative painters. It'll be really awesome, and I'll get a little more into the gallery and all that later, and you can also ask questions about the gallery itself in a bit. So personally, as a painter and drawing and music, it's I've been completely self-taught, and I really am experimental artist. So I work in a form where I'm not sure what I do, but it comes out during the process. So I'm in the process, in the painting or drawing or even in music, I start somewhere without having a real idea, and then it develops through the materials and through the things that I use. And even in music, I work in that way. So these are early series of drawing that I did in 2014. So I was maybe 18 or something, and I did these without having a plan. So I would just first line start something, and then these characters will come out after drawing. But these are fully unplanned, and I feel like they were my first like discovery of kind of letting chance play into something that like a final product that I'm really proud of. I've made maybe like 50 to 100 of these drawings. And then that was like really getting into it. And during the same time, I was starting my painting. So in the paint, these are some important paintings that I consider like crucial to my career or like my development and having found something that I can be proud of and a unique technique of sorts. Um, so what I do is a lot of water ink acrylic based water-based paint that I water down, and it's many layers and layers that I load on top of these, let it dry, then have more like water-based, so it has thin layers of different colors that shine through, and it becomes, especially in person, very moving to look at it. There's another example of this with this blue piece on the right here. Um, it this painting took around 2 years of like layering like liquid-based acrylics, and there's some other materials. Like I said, I'm very experimental. There's some wax and other things that can create a little texture, but I do aim for a somewhat flat texture. But you can see there it's actually fairly flat from the side, but it looks like there is a lot of dimension because there is so many layers of thin liquid paint. Yeah. So that's the kind of the earlier paintings I'm doing.
What are
And
you painting on?
canvas.
I was going to ask that. Great.
What are the titles of these two?
So the left one is called Rain Goddess, and then the right one is called Dragon Nebula.
Oh,
Yeah, both of them are somewhat abstract, but on the left one, on the right corner, there is a kind of I see this blue figure that creates rain, and I actually put this painting out in the rain when it was raining really hard. I put it out in the rain for like 10 minutes, and it made a crazy texture because the black is actually oil paint on the side, and the rain made this crazy texture onto the oil paint because water and oil, they don't mix so well, so that it looks really cool on this right corner black. Yeah, so now I call it Rain Goddess. So it's a kind of thing in LA. We needed rain, so that was at a time where we needed rain here. I thought it was somewhat powerful title. For these paintings, the left one is called Emotional Landscapes, and it's kind of like our human emotions, but also a landscape from above. So that's the kind of idea behind that one. The third one is this one on the right here, I forgot the name. I think it's called Bésame Mucho, from a song I liked.
Question, please.
Yes, yeah.
On the very watered down acrylics,
Mm-hmm.
is that okay on canvas, or did you use some paper at one time?
No, yeah, it's on
It
canvas.
does.
So if you use some kind of thicker acrylic on, first, and then watered down acrylic, and I love inks too.
I
And
see.
they're just pricey, but they're really beautiful. They have a deep effect. So even watering those down a little bit, and then I love to go to the clearance section of the art store and get weird clearance
Mhm.
that's like might interact strangely with the water-based paints, and do kind of experiments with what happens, and it can get some very unique effects from just trying things out, and even yeah, I love to surprise myself, and that's why I paint. I like to come up with new things. I'd hate to be static in one thing, so that's why I kind of like go with all things, and I barely use a brush really. If anything, I use like some beaten up brushes that I have lying around, because
Mhm.
it kind of helps with like maybe mm, getting something that I didn't plan for, because I don't really plan for anything.
The ink is alcohol ink or some kind of
Oh, I
other.
like all of it, yeah. So I buy those alcohol ink. I bought some on clearance for cheap, and then when you put the alcohol on the water, strange thing happens.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just experimenting with those things. There's even like glass paint I've bought and things like that, just to see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So, it's and also, the not having everything, not having limitations to your art supplies, having to go to a clearance section or this and that can help with the creativity. Even finding interesting things on the street or something can be just like that, you know? It's like you're not able to afford art supplies, but it helps you actually make something more creative, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. So then I can go a little bit into my music. So in 2013, I started releasing music, and I was releasing it under a pseudonym called Alaïa, pretty close to my own name. But I was just I was still experimenting, and I wasn't I wasn't standing for it yet. But I hand drew these covers, and it was all on the I made it all on the computer, and it's kind of slow experimental ambient music that somewhat melancholic in its nature, and um these are my earliest projects, and it was kind of like me developing and making something that, oh, maybe I can be proud of. And then at some point, I released my first album where I also recorded vocals on it. And I was very insecure still, but I had the lyrics written out and I had the instrumentation for the album. So I recorded it with a microphone I bought, and I'm still pretty proud of it because I think the lyrics are great. And then I also made a music video for this song called Telepathy. And it was about an experience I had with telepathy. And I think I made a great music video. This is a little screenshot on the right-hand side of the music video. And it kind of talks about a connection people can have that are without words. So and the video is like visual representations of that. So I released that in 2018, and I performed maybe 2, 3 times.
Alaïa, we lost the screen share.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Hmm.
can see it.
Oh, you can see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy
Okay.
had the same problem. I'm good.
You're back, or you can see.
I can see it.
I
can see it.
All
I
right.
can see
Okay,
it.
okay.
Can see it. It's there.
All right. Sweet.
Nancy had the same problem, and I told her disconnect and reconnect, but I can't because we're recording, so I'll watch it later.
Okay. Sounds good. Um. So yeah, that's the kind of first album I released with my vocals and on my own name, and I was, first time being like standing for a project on the music side, and I'm still proud of that too. So then in that during that same time, I starred in a film that was funded by the Swiss Institute of Art in New York, and I played President Nixon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was directed by acclaimed artist Julian Nguyen, who's represented by Matthew Marks Gallery, who's been at the Whitney Biennial and many other big things. But this is the poster he made for the film, and then this is me as President Nixon. And I made the soundtrack for the film too, so I kind of was fully active in this development of this film on the side too. Yeah, it was interesting because I had not much prior experience in acting, and I had to act as this president with all this very complicated political dialogue, which I had to learn. And I didn't even know much about politics myself, so it was a challenge, but I think I did fairly good. Um, so then in April 2018, I opened the gallery Wonzimer Gallery in LA. This is the gallery now, but we started it, and this is my business partner Aiden on the right-hand side. This is me on the left. And this is our gallery now, but we started in a very small space in Koreatown, where it was pretty much a long hallway. And then in the back room, we had a kind of lounge area. And the gallery's name, Wonzimer, means living room in German. So that's the kind of lounge. And our goal since the beginning was to make a gallery space that is very welcoming to all interests of life, and people can kind of spend more time than in a normal white cube gallery and sit down, relax, and enjoy themselves. So with the first space, we had achieved a little community, but we didn't know how the art world works, and we didn't know much at all. We were very young, and so we kind of like did it the first year. We learned, and then we moved downtown, and it was a difficult time moving during that time because right as we moved in, pretty much Corona time happened, and then we had to shut down, and it was like a little bit of a break, and then we got back to it, but it was just a little bit of a slower time, and we just got into this. So then we were there maybe downtown for a year, or 2 years maybe, and then we moved to this space that you see here, which is in Lincoln Heights, and we have exhibitions there. We have many other cool events on top of that, in the back lounge room. So we've really built a community on a big picture sense, because we have great art exhibitions pretty much every month, but then we have music events, comedy events, and all kinds of different um, ventures that we have on top of that, because we have this Wonzimer living room that can facilitate so many things. Like, even we had a puppet show last year. We had like, artist talks and artist performances, all kinds of things. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the gallery.
Yeah, say again where the gallery is, please.
It's in Lincoln Heights, so pretty much back behind Chinatown.
Okay.
Very close to the brewery. I don't know if you guys know that brewery.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes. Claire?
Merci. Do you have a mailing list for the events of your gallery?
Yeah, we have a pretty extensive mailing list, yes.
Okay, so will you sign up for it?
Yeah. Maybe I can collect all your emails. So anybody who wants to be in the mailing list, I can get you afterwards.
Merci, très bien.
Yeah. Back here, you see a kind of the events that we've had. This is the kind of living room, lounge room that we have at the moment. This is somebody performing music. Then here we have just people. I forgot what this was. We have so many events. I forgot what this event was. And then here we have a film screening, I think. Yeah, many great things we hosted. Keep hosting. And then I also am known for coining the term imperfectionism, which is a lot of my work. I mean, all of my work is within that. So what it is, I wrote a manifesto on it. It's a philosophy. It's not an aesthetic philosophy. It's the how you work in your work. So it's accepting your flaws of yourself, and accepting the flaws in your work and making that the beautiful part in your work, accepting that you can't exactly control the outcome of what you do, and that you're not a robot pretty much. And it's a whole philosophy that I've wrote about in a way. There's a lot to it, but it's not to meant to be sloppy, but just to understand that us humans are imperfect, and what we make might not be perfect, but it is an expression of ourselves, and the more true you're to your expression, the better the art can be, in my opinion. And that's why I wrote this. And it's also against kind of having these production warehouses where the artist doesn't paint their own paintings anymore, but hires other people to paint. And I think it loses the kind of connection to the material and to the vision that you have as a personal vision. So that's kind of why I wrote this. It all started because of a music album I made called Imperfectionist, and then I've just been thinking about it since then. That's when I came up with it in 2014, but then I wrote maybe 2019 about it more. And so it's been a gradual thing, and I curated 2 exhibitions now with that in mind. So the
Is,
first one
is
was
that still available to read? Where would we find that?
yeah, it's available everywhere. You just do I think Imperfectionism Art Manifesto.
Art Manifesto. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
on
you.
Google. And it should come up.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in July 2021, I curated an exhibition called Salon de Imperfectionism with 46 artists. So this was a lot of work, but I think it was one of the best shows I've curated. I feel like um, it was an important moment for all of those 46 artists in their development, and it's important pieces for each of them. And I think even some of them, um, really got motivated after it and made more work that was in realm of this exhibition. So I think it was really great, and very difficult curating a show with 46 artists. So I had not done it for a little bit, and I took a break on the whole thing pretty much. I was like, oh, I don't know if it just took a lot from me. And then last year I was like, I'm been such a big fan of drawings of other people, and so I decided let me do a drawing show, but from the imperfectionism side. And so I did it again with 43 artists. So it was a lot of work again, but this time I was a little more used to, communicating with this many different people, and managed to do it without being too exhausted. Yeah, but it's it's something that I think a lot of artists were able to relate with, and also I hope that it can grow, on its own. Like maybe somebody else will do a show on it without me, like I just hope this kind of uh, like idea or concept or movement can grow on its own as an idea. Because I get people writing me, oh, you're the guy that wrote this Imperfectionism Manifesto. I really liked it. Just because they Googled, I guess they were thinking similar thing about imperfections. And then they Googled it and they found me from that. So it's been a thing that I think maybe, people will understand more with the rise of computer making art, and people, just like what is the point of making art? I feel like this is a good um
What is the figure of someone like a model sitting on a chair there? And
yeah, that's a paper stapled paper man sitting on a chair. And the more he was sitting there over the 3 weeks, he got more and more slumped down. He's looking a bit drunk there.
so, what did they use? What do you use for the inside of that to hold it like that?
There was nothing on the inside. That's why he just slumped away.
It was like you
Yeah.
didn't have anything to hold the paper, or
No, just staples and paper.
paper and paper
Uh, Staples, yeah, just staples.
glued together.
No, stapled.
Oh, stapled. Oh,
Hmm.
well, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then, oh, this is my most recent work. So this is what I'm doing right now. And for the last 2 years, pretty much. So I've been you can see in my earlier drawings here that there has been this kind of very intricate lines, but it's on black on white. So then I discovered doing white on black, and it's been a really awesome discovery for me. It kind of makes the whole thing pop more, and then also it's really fun. It makes the whole like experience a little more fun. Um, this painting here that you see is 48 by 60 inches, and um, I was doing these drawings here with the pen, but then I decided I'm gonna try it with the little brush. So I used a tiny little brush and did little marks for about 3 months. It took 3 4 months. So it's hard to see on this how much detail, but on the right hand side, it's a little more visible. But yeah, they take a very long time. But it was a great challenge for me. And since my work has really no direct plan, it was a bit of a relief because it gave me a direct mission to finish this painting. Although very, very hard. And yeah, it was
Do you work on paper on the floor?
this one yeah, usually I work on the floor. This one I had on the wall, hanging on the wall. And I had just very, very little lines. Um, so that is my newest venture, and I think I'm gonna go do these more, but even bigger. Um, so yeah, last year I had a solo exhibition in Montreal where I showed all these drawings with white on black. Um, this one is about 20 by 30, so you can barely see the lines anymore, but those are all tiny lines. And then this is like maybe 10 by 8 inches, so you can kind of see the lines. But yeah, it was a
Do
great
you,
time.
do you spray it with something to protect it?
No. No, it's I buy pretty good paper and then this a pen. It holds yeah.
But it's ink, right? It's not charcoal, so like you don't need to
Yeah,
protect it in that way.
it's an
Yeah.
ink pen, yeah.
And there's no glass over it or anything?
So for this show in Montreal, I packed all these drawings in my luggage because, so to save money on shipping, I packed all of these in the luggage and then I hung them with magnets because I wasn't able to afford to frame them all in Montreal. But when people, I was lucky, I guess, and people bought them in Montreal. I was very fortunate. I didn't know nobody out there, so I was really happy about that. People liked them, and then I'm sure those people will frame them with glass.
What would you ask for the price on one of those?
So the 20 by 30 is around 3,000, and then I had these
Ooh.
really tiny ones here that were around 100. So I try to have a good balance on the pricing because I knew if I'm going all the way out to Montreal, I want to have um make some money from it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a costly trip, you know. And it worked out because I think I did fair pricing. Yeah, because I mean this one took me 3 months. So it takes a long time. So both of these took 3 months each. I barely finished this one in time. Then yeah, these take, maybe I can do these here maybe in 2 3 days. So and this one is a little self-portrait of me.
You don't draw something first and then reproduce it large?
I never do because all my paintings and drawings, I just make them and they come out without a plan. So if I would paint something that I have drawn already, I would unfortunately disappoint myself, and that's why I don't like to do that. Um, I like to surprise myself and keep doing something new. Yeah. That I don't, and I also love the craft of drawings on its own. I think they're really powerful, and I don't see them as a sketch at all. Yeah, I think they are their own thing in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you say you went to art school at all, or you
No,
just
completely self-taught. I went to one semester at Santa Monica College for painting, and that's what got me to buy some art supplies, which was a good thing. But the teacher was incredibly rude to me, so I had a bad time, and I kind of was like, I had all the art supplies left, and I had a little garage at home to paint in, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this, keep going on this, and I don't think I'll need a teacher. And I feel like I really developed my own sense, my own kind of aesthetic, and that's I think what counts in this. So I'm happy I didn't go. It does seem very enticing, the nice art schools and stuff. They seem very nice, but I feel like I've gotten to this point on my own. I feel like it's not necessary.
I had a question. I hope that this would be okay with you. It's more of a personal question.
Mhm.
You have such a sweetness and a positive outlook on everything you do, which is so rare these days. You just kind of it flows from you, this kindness and this openness and this expressiveness, and you're just very free about all of those things. It's really wonderful. I'm just curious, what did your parents do?
Oh yeah, my mom's a painter
Ah,
too, an artist. She studied under Markus Lippertz in Düsseldorf Art Academy, and then my father is into cameras. He works for a camera company, and he's a video editor.
okay, so you come from creative stock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were probably the most supportive people for my art, in my surroundings. In Switzerland, I had and I think that was got to be my aversion to the whole academic thing. I had a very bad time in school, and I had I felt very suppressed in what I was doing, and they were saying like, that the things I draw is strange. The teachers there, and I felt very like discouraged from art. And when I came here, and my parents we've been separated since I'm very young. So when I came here, I came to live with my father, and I still had difficulties with the academic setting, but I kind of was given a bit of freedom to experiment and the support to be like, oh yeah, this is, like you find out what is the right path for yourself. So I think that helped a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's having a very good result.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and I think also since I'm very young, I had a very strong sense of myself and what I want to draw. Because even though my mom's a painter, I was always drawing exactly like these kind of drawings already. As a kid, I was doing like these kind of figures. I was already doing, and my mom doesn't do that at all. So it's an interesting thing. I was always like very sure of what I want to draw and my vision. And that's why I got discouraged too, because they would be like, oh, this figure is wrong, or you got to color this in, or this and that. And I was like already at a very young age, sure that I wanted it exactly like a certain way. Yes.
Did you have special artists in the old days, like hundreds years ago, that you favored?
Um, I've gotten more into all of the art history and things as I started the gallery. I felt like I need to learn all about it. So that's when I learned all of the artists and what it so I feel like I've had an individual, I didn't get inspired with my artwork by other artists, but then when I started the gallery, I saw what's around, and I definitely developed some favorites. I love Francis Bacon and Giacometti and Max Ernst and all the surrealism, really.
Mhm.
Yeah, Leonora Carrington. I love the surrealism group as a whole. Um, And then, yeah, I like, since I do an art gallery, I like a lot of new artists too, because it's like I go to the studios and there's a lot of genius artists, around us in LA, in the communities that I'm like, wow, I didn't even know, once you research and find out how big this art world is, it's like, oh, there is unlimited amount of great artists like that one can look up to. And um I still, broaden my mind all the time with things that I wasn't aware of so much. Like in California, there's the whole light and space art. And I had no idea of this in Switzerland. And it wasn't around at all. So it seemed kind of strange to me, and I didn't understand it. But then going to museums here in California and seeing some of the light space art in person, I got more of an understanding of like why it's great. So I still try to broaden my mind from what, like my specific likes to also knowing what else is around.
I have a question about your gallery. Do you show both? I think you said you did, but do you show both representational and non-representational works in your gallery? Or do you
Um,
tend towards more abstract?
Oh no, we show everything. We have a figurative painting show right now. That's the one
Oh,
that's coming up. Yeah, so it's
yeah.
all figures. Then, but yeah, no, we show all kinds of artwork. We show installation art, sculpture.
Yeah.
There's no limit to it. It's really weird. We pride ourselves to be very diverse. We show a diverse group of artists in terms of aesthetics, age, race, everything. We want to bring it all together because it's all one big thing, one big world. And yeah, like we have in this show, we have an artist that's 84 years old and like a 25-year-old artist.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful because I do see a lot of galleries where they tend to show like either abstract or, they don't often have a variety of different types of art in their galleries. And I think it's really great that you are open to all types of art.
Yeah, I think,
Wonderful.
we don't show much pop art and we don't have that much photography just
Mm,
because it's a little bit of a different business. Well, pop art, we're not that big fans of ourselves. And then the photography business is a little different than individual paintings, selling individual paintings because those are one of one. And then photos can be printed over and over. So it's just something that we are not really part of. But we've shown photography too. It's not nothing against it.
I have a question about your music, because I do like you say you have like new age. What did you call it? What was your genre you call it?
Oh yeah, new age is good,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's the kind of music I like, so I'm actually really keen on finding where I can listen to some of your music. And while I've been in the background here, I don't see it on Amazon or Bandcamp. So where can I
Oh,
go
I
listen
am
to some
on
of your music and maybe buy it?
Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp, but also on all the other ones, Spotify and everything. So
Okay.
it's my
I have
name is Alaïa. And
Let
then
me see if I can find it on Bandcamp then, because
yeah,
I
if
was
you
on, I
write
looked on the other name of Olia, so it's A-L.
oh yeah, that one is a little harder to find because those are old. But so this is my newest albums. I'm still releasing them. My last album was called
Ah, okay. Now I see them.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was looking for Sadivine. Now I found it. Okay.
So that one, yeah,
I'll be checking that out later.
thank you. Yeah, please let me know what you think. I mean, like I said, it was I had no training in any of this, so it wasn't like I have no training in singing or anything, but I
Yeah.
think I did a good job and I did, the poems I think are very good. The only thing is I maybe put the vocals a little too low because, I wasn't very secure, but I'm proud of the album.
You can always remix it later in another
Yeah,
version.
yeah. Someday, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Andre has a question.
Oh yeah, Andrew. I think
Andrea,
you're muted.
you muted, yeah.
I have a couple questions about the gallery.
Hmm.
It sounds like it's very, it's organized with events mostly. So, like, if you have, do you put out artist calls? for your shows? That's number one. Number two is I hate to call it or say anything like that, but is it a pay to play art gallery?
No, no. So the way we work is we have right now we have 11, 12 represented artists that we
Uh-huh.
work with. So we have a solo exhibition with them, and then we have group exhibitions with either third-party curators or we curate exhibitions. And we work with a lot of third-party curators that are really great. So at that point, we don't choose the work. It's the curator that chooses the work. So and then we sell the work. It's not easy, but that's how we make money. We also rent out the space sometimes as an event place. But that's like completely separate and we don't share those things and it's just extra income. But yeah, no, that we are not paid to play. We're the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, we make the artists money, and they don't have to put anything in. But in terms of open calls, we don't do them. I did it a little bit for the drawing show, 43 artists, but it's it's not something we've done. But who knows in the future?
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're muted, Jenny.
Sorry. My husband was making a little noise in the background, so I muted myself. Does anybody else have any questions for Alaïa? I don't see anyone with their hand up.
I'm Olivia.
Oh,
How much would you charge, let's say, if everybody wanted to have a group show over there, how much would you charge for the month? Is that it?
oh yeah, I can't say that on this call, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Olivia, you had a question too. You're muted. Oh no, there you're not. Olivia, go ahead.
The little drawing you just did of the person of his self-portrait.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I really like it. I put a reaction to it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But it's got a lot of energy and it's just so amazing. How long did it take you to do this drawing?
This one specifically isn't very large. It's maybe 10 by 8 inches and took me maybe a day.
That's big, yeah. Another question is, when you did this figure, did you also use the negative space to create it?
I guess the face is the black background, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, the black background.
Yeah, the face is the black background.
Wow. Okay. And all of this is the black background too?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything that's black is and all the white is my lines.
Wow.
A
lot of creative energy.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I wonder, is any of your work on display now? Because I really love especially those paintings and the black and white drawings. They show they kind of, for me, evoke kind of a topography sometimes of looking down on Earth or another planet. And then those ones that you did in black and white seem like I'm looking down on water. And I know there's a lot of texture there, and it's always makes a big difference to be able to see them in real life. And I was just wondering if you have an exhibit anywhere locally now with some of your work or will be in the near future?
Currently not, but I am curating a show in it's gonna be April 10th at the Cohit House. It's a house in the Hollywood Hills, and I will be showing some work there, and I will be curating with 4 other artists. So
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
And now will you have do you have a contact place for your gallery where we could get that kind of information?
Oh, the gallery? Yeah, it's Wonzimer. So it's www.wonzimer.com. So
Yeah, put it on the chat.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
I'm curious about the name Wonzimer.
Oh yeah, it means living room in German, but we
Oh.
misspelled it. to Americanize it a little.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not, it's, I speak a little German and it's not quite the correct spelling, but okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we shortened it for the Americans, you know.
Yes.
I'm also
And
wondering, are you on social media? Do you have, your Instagram and things like that? And there are certain young artists. I don't know if you know who Devin Rodriguez is.
Not
The guy
sure.
that does all the paintings in the Bronx and the subways and everything. And he's
No, I'm not sure.
huge, making millions and millions of
Nice.
dollars.
His
And I'm,
Instagram is on the chat.
yeah.
see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Annie put it in there.
Thank
Can
you.
you also do me a favor and put a phone number for contact? Can you?
Yes. Yay, Diane.
Thank you.
Nice. Diane is the exhibition committee chair.
Oh, nice.
Just need a phone number. Thanks.
Okay, any last questions? Andrew, do you have your hand still up, your yellow hand still? That's okay. Okay, just want to make sure I wasn't missing something else you had to ask. Okay. Okay, well, if there's no further questions, then I'm going to